Usually, when we're constructing a model for a real life situation, we are left with using our basic understanding of how just things in the world fit together to decide what math operations to use. However, sometimes information is communicated to us using the technical terms for math operations. And so we need to be familiar with these technical terms and how to use them in order to build an equation. So what are the technical terms for math operations? These first four, sum, difference, product, and quotient, refer to just the result of doing a certain arithmetic operation. Sum means the result of addition. Difference means the result of subtraction. And when we talk about a difference, we'll do the subtraction in the order that the numbers are mentioned. Product means the result of multiplication. Quotient means the result of division. So the sum of 3 and 4 means 3 plus 4. The difference of 8 and 2 means 8 minus 2. The product of 7 and 3 means 7 times 3. The quotient of 9 and 3 means 9 divided by 3. We will also sometimes use the word ratio to refer to the result of division, especially in the case where that result is a fraction. So we might talk about the ratio of 11 and 5 to mean the fraction 11 over 5. And then there are two other phrases we've already met that refer to multiplication. If we talk about a fraction of something, for example, 2/3 of 12, that means 2/3 times 12. If we talk about a percent of something, for example, 18% of 201, that means 18% make it a decimal, so 0.18 times 201. And sometimes we talk about these with numbers. It'll be more interesting to talk about them when one or more of the quantities involved is unknown, and so we'll use a variable symbol for them. So in this last example, we're going to just use these technical terms to assemble some equations. We're going to use x to represent our unknown quantity in each of these. So here we have the sum of the price of a ticket and 23 is 50. So is means just what it does in English. It means the thing before the is and the thing after the is are the same. So is gives us an equals sign. The sum of, sum will typically have an and associated with it. The sum of the ticket price, that's an unknown, so x, and 23 is 50. That's all there is to breaking one of these down. And notice the instructions tell us to write down, but do not solve the equation. We could solve these equations as well, but we don't need to. Next, the difference of 40 and Armand's age is 12. So the difference, that's subtraction. 40 comes before the subtraction. Armand's age, that's an unknown, so we'll call it x, is 12. The product of the number of seats and 8 is 96. So the product, that's multiplication, of the number of seats, that's an unknown, and 8 is 96. Now here, we wrote x times 8, and that's fine. We could leave it like that. But normally when we're multiplying a number and a variable, we like to write the number first. So we would more normally write this as 8x is 96. For our purposes right now, either is okay, but 8x is more usual than x times 8. Okay, and then we have the quotient. Quotient means divide. So the quotient of the number of minutes remaining and 3 is 45. So the number of minutes remaining, that's an unknown, divided by 3 equals 45. And remember, in algebra, we basically never write the division sign. Instead of writing x divided by 3 equals 45, this is weird. It's much more normal to write x over 3 rather than using the division sign. Again, either one of them is legal, but while x times 8 is something we might write for emphasis, for example, x divided by 3 with the division sign is something we would almost never write. And then in this last part, we have a fraction of. So 3/5 of the total number of posters is 18. 3/5 times an unknown is 18. So that's all there is to these technical terms. Identify what the term is. Identify how the equation is set up if you're being given an equation. And then you can just write it down.